Well, happy Sports Saturday, true believers. We begin tonight with more unwelcomed and unneeded drama on the high school football front in America's hometown. The Hannibal Board of Education has provided us some clarity now on the absence of head football coach Quentin Hamner from last night's game via press release this morning. Superintendent of Schools Susan Johnson has placed Hamner on paid administrative leave pending the outcome of an investigation into information that the district received that is of a troubling enough nature to perhaps imperil the coach's employment. Until said investigation is completed, Hamner will have no involvement in the program, with Jason Nolan continuing his role as the program's acting head coach. As this is the second time this season, Hamner has been subject to a manner of disciplinary review. I don't think it's unfair to suggest that his future is incredibly uncertain at this moment going forward. In light of all of this, it bears mentioning yet again just how incredible a performance on the field it was last night by the Pirate players in dismantling Moberly in the district title game and avenging an earlier one-point loss to the Spartans. In fact, I'd suggest it bears a longer look back, especially now that we've had time to get our extended highlights back in-house from Moberly. And it would be the talented fullback Damian French who would jumpstart the affair for the Pirates with the first of 4 rushing touchdowns in the night. This one from 13 yards away to spot the Pirates a 6-0 lead as the conversion would fail. But Moberly on its home field was game and would answer right back on the ensuing drive. It starts with Jeff Kinder, the massive fullback, runs like a smaller man, save for that stiff arm of death. And he ends up flipping the field, which sets up Dominic Stoneking to go to work. And this time, the Spartans are going to do it through the air. He hooks up with Toby Mason Short, who's so wide open he almost forgets to run into the end zone. We're tied up at 6 apiece, but the Pirates would end the first half on a strong surge. And maybe this salvo, the best of all, beautiful pass from Cortland Watson to Drake Dudley, the All-Stater. And at the half, the Hannibal Pirates had themselves a 34-6 lead, but it's one they would not relinquish. More from the passing game right here. Cortland Watson to Aeneas Williams, who's going to juke his way into the end zone, extend the lead at that point to 41-13, but the Pirates aren't done. How about a little signature punctuation mark in this one, or an exclamation point, if you will? It's Damian French as part of a 224-yard rushing night. The 57-yard touchdown caps it. Hannibal pulls off the victory and the district championship. 48-13 is your final as the Pirates roll with momentum into the championship game. Little defense to close it out, courtesy of Kaiser Greenwell, and Hannibal is your district champion and moving on to face the winner of MICDS and St. Dominic taking place today, which means Fred Bouchard, former Palmyra Culver Stockton coach, in the house. And man, what a job Fred has done in rebuilding the Rams. It was apparent from the opening kickoff, this little bitty pooch kick ends up in the hands of Stephen Hall, and he is gone. Statement opening for the Rams as they jump out to an early 7-0 lead. More to come. The outstanding quarterback Reagan Andrew going to the air and finding Crawford Bundy right there for a 43-yard pickup, sets the wheels in motion for the next touchdown. It is Mr. Andrew himself jumping over the top from 1 yard away, and his team was starting to pull away from St. Dominic in a way that St. Dominic could not rally back from. More from Reagan Andrew. Man, what a way to end the first half. The absolute bullet and dime he drops right there. MICDS ends up pulling off the victory and the district championship. 42-6 is your final. They will be the opponent for Hannibal in Hannibal coming up on Saturday at 1 o'clock at Porter Stadium. By the way, had a fascinating conversation with Fred Bouchard today, the likes of which we'll bring you throughout the week. He talked about the showdown with Hannibal, his homecoming to Northeast Missouri, his relationship and how proud he is of Kevin Miles and the job he's done at Palmyra. All of that coming your way a little later this week. Also today, updating the scoreboard, college football today. Culver Stockton falls on the road at Grandview in Des Moines, 44-28. Culver Stockton had a 28-8 lead at one point in that contest. Soccer today, the news not good for either the Culver Stockton men or women. The men fall 2-0 today. The women fall 3-1. With your look at Saturday sports, I'm Sports Director Chris Dewar.